Hi, friends. Let's learn the last 3 motifs in this sequence and put it all together in some creative, intuitive freestyle. Pol Taffy 3-step pause is much like motif 1 and 2, where we shift our weight continually from one foot to the other foot, back and forth in a rhythm. Both hands hold a wet ball of bread dough. And to cut that taffy, one hand comes up over the top and then finds a place to start to pinch that dough in half away from each other. This is the taffy being pulled. The taffy is pulled forward as that forward step is made, and then you feel that elastic pulling you back. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then it pulls you back. Step, step. There's this pulling, and then back, 2, 3. Back, cut it, step and pull. Feel that elastic pull you back, cut, and one hand goes kind of down to the side, one hand goes forward. Use your imagination, and you can really start to feel this connection between the two hands. It's a very strong, thick elastic, and then you have to hold it apart for that extra moment before it pulls you back and you shift your steps and then find your neutral position. Pour water side to side. Now, we can do this with one great sphere or 2 smaller spheres. Find your neutral position. Adjust your body. Hands out to the side, about the size of 2 basketballs, and water is going to be poured from one vessel into the other. One empties out and one fills up. But the one that fills up is going to anchor a pivot for you to turn around. Instead of standing on one point, let that weighted water pull you around. Just smash grapes and let your feet go where they go. Don't overthink it. Just focus on pouring water from one vessel into the other. It takes a moment. And that one lower hand gets heavier and heavier. Now you can also hold your hands equally side to side in one great ball. And there's only a little bit of water in the bottom of this, but it's shallow and it's much wider. This takes a little bit more control to wait and let that water slide across the bottom of this very big sphere. And as that water shifts in the sphere, it pulls you around. Keep your body vertical. The axis goes up straight and down straight. And the ball is what's turning you. And nice and slowly, just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. So as you do this motif, you can intuitively go back and forth between 2 hands or 1 hand. But don't move too quickly. Spend the time you need. Stir the hot spring is very intuitive and creative on your part. Imagine you're in a big pool of water that's even above your head. And there's some hot water and some cold water. And you need to swish this water around to get the water warm instead of just cold pockets and hot pockets. Now the key is to go below your knee with one hand. Use 2 hands to do these swimming strokes. You can do like the backstroke. Really feel each hand reach up and grab some water. Don't go too fast, but don't go too slow. This is about getting loose. And you can push both hands up together, almost like a breaststroke motion. You want to go up as high as you can and down low. And you also want to cover the full circle around you to move all this water around. It's almost like you're scraping the inside of a great ball, and you need to cover all that surface area. Let your feet just go the way they go. Feel your body floating and swimming in this water. Now, if you have spent enough time with each of these motifs, during freestyle, we notice that they all have lots of ways to connect together. You can do this by yourself. You can do this with another person. When you're with the other person, pay attention to them. Their moves will influence your moves. You're like two little gears in the clock, in the old-fashioned clock. All the wheels connect and work together. But it's all very easy, very loose. You're very light. You're swimming in water. You're paddling in water. And you're going to move around on your feet. It's absolutely fine to do moves that aren't standard motifs, as long as you return to a standard motif from time to time. This keeps you and your partners centered and on the same page with each other. And we want to stay contemplative, which means introspective and meditative. And we want to stay calm because the purpose of all of this is the music meditation in motion, which will be vocal toning. And most of these moves will support ease of making simple tones, simple harmonies, simple patterns, one or two tones at a time. Just listening to your partners and watching your partners. You'll be free to just stand there and tone, or just move without toning. By yourself or with partners. Take turns going back and forth. Now that you know how to do creative freestyle, it's still very important to review the motifs from time to time. Please contact me at info@vocaltoning.net with any questions. Thank you.